with another live stream for tonight. We are back again. One, two, three. Are we good? I think so. Okay. Hey guys, welcome to another live stream that I'm going to make. You might see that I have this right here. I know you might see that I added a few more airlines on board, including the US Air Force. So anyways, today I'm going to be drawing more airlines on this thing before 2025 comes to a close. So, shall we get going? Let's start off. Now, I already did some of these, by the way, so anyway, here are the new ones. We got NASA, Aloha Airlines, the US Air Force. That's pretty much one. Okay, and here's the E145 for JSX. There's this one. We didn't need to skip that one. Anyways, here's this one. We got newer ones. We got South African Airways with the A340 and 777. Next up, we go into Europe for Turkish Airlines, Iceland, including some McDonnell Douglas and Lockheed. Then we got Boeing with the new Dreamlifter, Airbus with the Beluga, A400 and A220. I did not add on anything on these yet, so I'm just going to skip through them. And we basically left off with this one with about several airlines on it. So today, let's add some more. So we're basically focusing on like Canada right now. And I pretty much don't know any much Canadian airlines other than these on board here. And yeah, so let's still go ahead, now let's travel to here, where I did the Aeroflot, Russian Airlines, Nordstar, Red Wings, and all that. Oh yeah, I said it's a Boeing 757 knockoff for Nordstar. Yeah, so this is basically what's been happening. And so now for this paper, let's put in some more Chinese airlines, like China Southern, Air China, and all that. So let's start, shall we? Oh yeah, I also got the thick versions. I also got these thick versions. Hey, Demon Saja boys. How's it been going? Welcome to the stream. How you doing, my man? How you doing, my boy? You might be wondering, what are we doing in this stream? We are just basically adding more airlines to this wall of airlines. And yes, you might notice I have all the paper down here because I do not want to get ink on the make like a massive mess over there. I did make like a massive mess over there when I was like a little child. But I was like 5 years old, so I did not have the big brain that I did. Anyways, oh, we're down to 4 people. So anyways, for the aircraft, we're going to put in the Boeing 747, specifically the Dash 400. The Boeing 747 is in place. Alright, we got Air China, so now... Hello, Alaska? Hello there, and... I can't read that name. Bruh. Okay, I cannot read that name. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the late night stream. Okay, and next up we have China Southern. Alright, we got China Southern Air. And last, oh yeah, I gotta tell you this a story. So when I was at Haneda Airport, I did saw a China Southern Airlines plane. Specifically, it's an A350. I do not know which variant, but I heard that China Air Eastern operates an A350. So let's add the A350 here. All right, we got China Southern Air for the A350. Anyways, so we're doing good with here so far. And should I even add like VIP people's jets like Taylor Swift's private jet, the Air Force One, and like the private Vladimir Putin private jet? I don't know if I should add that. Oh, we're up to 18 people. Let's see. Let's see if we can get to 25 people on the stream. Hey, Valencia Fanu! Welcome to the stream, my boy. Okay, chat. Let's see if we can get to 25 people. Let's see if we can get to like 25 people so far. Valencia, how you been doing, my boy? Anyway, so we're done with the China. Oh, thank you for sending the sticker. Anyways, now we are in the Canada side. Now, I do not know much about any Air Canada airline, but wait, hang on a minute. I think I have an idea. I have an idea, ladies chat. I have an idea, chat. I'm stuck in a cave. Dude, I'm not in Afghanistan. Anyways, let's add Comac. Let's add Comac here. And specifically the C919. Yo, Demon Saja boys, thank you for sending in the sticker. Now, I heard Comac was a real company, and they're basically the Chinese version of like Airbus and Boeing and all that. Basically, it's trying to replicate some of these aircraft, specifically the C919, which is operated by China Southern. Or should I even add the Comac C919 here? Yeah, let's add the C919. There we go. The C919 is in place. And speaking of Afghanistan, I think... Wait. I think I have an idea. Wait, hold on. I think I have an idea. Pakistani International Airlines. That's going to be on the next paper. Chat, what should I do if my pet 747 is getting slightly angry? Give him to the A380. What is a yang yang? I don't know, man. I don't know. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I'm done with this one. They'll come out in more future drawing airline from around the world. Anyways, now we're up here. I'm gonna basically operate this one. I know you can barely see it. It's called S7 Airlines. It's supposed to say S7 Airlines. Like, can you even see it, chat? Chat, say yes if you can see. Chat, say yes if you can see S7 Airlines. Say yes if you can see S7 Airlines. Or, how about no? Okay, we got a vote. Alright. Now I'm gonna upgrade it with this kind of color. Let's see if I can do good. Alright, S7 Airlines. Now you can actually see it. Alright, so here is the Southern East Asia Airlines. So we got Japan Airlines, All Nippon Airways, Korean Air, Peach Air, Singapore Airlines. I think for this next airline that we're going to add is Malaysia Air. Alright, next up is Malaysia. Also, has anyone heard of the ongoing search for MH370? I wonder if anyone has still heard of that. I wonder if I don't know if any of the passengers are still alive. Alright, so we got Malaysia Airlines. Hang on, let me fix that A at the end. There we go. And for the aircraft, ladies and gentlemen, you can already tell what it is. I'm gonna put the Boeing 777. And to respect those who died in the MH370, I respect them. That's why I put Malaysia Airlines with the 777. And those who died on Malaysia flight 17 or 14, what it was. My uncle's friends, sons, friends, dad, friends, siblings, friends. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy, Valencia Fanu. So, anyways, here's our updated. Oh yeah, I think I should add Asiana Cargo. All right. Let's put the famous greater than symbol thing on it. Now I notice I gotta tell you guys something again. So when I was like driving, I saw this company called Kumo Tires, and they are like a tire service company. They basically had the same greater than less than thing, just like Asiana Airlines. But guess what? They came first before Asiana. And for the aircrafts, Boeing 747F. Specifically, it's the freighter version. Alright, here's our updated airlines. Oh yeah, I even added Air Koryo. LOL. Man, I don't know if Air Koryo's even good. Wait, I got one? Wait, I got one? Okay. Okay, save Lindsay, save Lindsay. And then after this one, I will go on to the new paper to add more Southeastern Airlines. Lion Air? Too late, we already got Lion Air. We already got Lion Air with the Boeing 737. Hang on, I got an idea for that. Specifically, the MAX. Sorry, Valenzio, but we already got the Lion Air in the room. We already got Lion Air. So this pretty much concludes this part of Southeast Asia. Let's see what's going on with Iceland. So we got 2 Australian carriers, and I'm pretty sure we just come cramped like some American carriers, so that's why I'm going to put them in newer ones. So let's start off with the brand newest one. Now I do have a massive picture of a 747-400ER from Boeing, and I did include some symbols of Boeing. So let's go ahead and take those. So I wonder if I can draw the Boeing logo correctly. So it starts off with a circle, then a slice, and then a triangle. Shade that in. Boeing. Let's put Boeing in here. Hawaiian Airlines, that's a random airline. Valencia, I hate to break it to you, but if I can find it. Hang on, let me go find it. Let me go find it real quick. Alright. Before you even mention Hawaiian Airlines, we already got Hawaiian Airlines in there with the A330 and 717. We already got Hawaiian Airlines. That's why I put Alaska Airlines X Hawaiian Airlines. If you guys remember from episode 1 of the start of the randoms of the series, I included the Hawaiian Airlines X Alaska since Tally Airways isn't a real airline. I mean, if you're talking about Tally we it's obviously Southwest. So Alaska Airlines X Hawaiian. Man, I cannot believe that they decided to get rid of the Eskimo. Why would Alaska even do that? Alaska never gets away with that, you know. Anyways, so we got Boeing. Next up, Airbus versus Airbus. Actually, let's put Airbus a little later. Jesus is king? Dude, I already know Jesus is king. I've been already learning him since kindergarten. Oh, we got 11 people. So if we get 14 more people, that'll be 25 people. That's our goal. Next up is Lockheed. Yo, imagine if a famous YouTuber comments on this live stream. So next up we got Lockheed. Now McDonnell Douglas. I'm pretty sure I spelled that right? Am I right? I'm pretty sure. We're on. Alright, McDonnell Douglas. Airbus. Now we got Airbus. I'm a huge fan of the A350, by the way. Specifically the A350X Ultra Long Range. Next up, Comac. Okay. Bombardier. DC-3 United Airlines. We're talking about modern day airlines, Valencia. I mean, sure, we did include some old airlines like the A320 and E145. United Airlines is already included. I'm sorry, Valencia. Chat, type a random airline of what we can include in the future. Alright, so I'm just gonna go through all the airlines, alright? So we got Spirit, Delta, American, United, Frontier, Sun Country, JSX, Southwest, NASA, Alaska, Hawaiian. We already got Egypt Air. JetBlue, Aloha Air, Boeing, Virgin America, all you giant airlines. Yeah, that's our first one. Where is it? Dude, right? Okay, here. Am I tripping? Okay. We got Breeze Airways, Delta Connection, American Eagle, United Express, US Airways, PSA, Pan American World Airways, Alaska Horizon, NWA, Avelo, Atlas Air, TWA, FedEx, UPS, and Prime Air. I'm pretty sure I did include TWA. And since Valencia mentioned Egypt Air, the evidence. This is the evidence right there. We already include Egypt Air. I'm just gonna go through them one by one randomly so that you guys can see your airlines. Depending on which region you are, comment down below what region you are in, and you can see that your airline is on here. We already got European airline routes. Here's Iceland. Oh yeah, I even got the infamous Play Airlines. It's actually kind of funny that Play Airlines literally posted brain rot memes instead of keeping their airline afloat. I'm actually surprised that they did that. Anyways, here's Canadian. Here's Canadian. Here's Canadian. Scandinavian Airlines. Yes, we did not include Scandinavian Airlines. Oh, thank you, Lindsay. Yes, we will include Scandinavian Air. Alright. SAS. We did not have Scandinavian Airlines. We finally got SAS. We also got KLM. Now, I wonder what airlines should we put, what aircraft should we put for Scandinavian Air? Chat, type in what aircraft should we put for SAS. Type in what aircraft should we put for SAS. It has to be for modern day fleet. Like example, KLM operates the Boeing 777, Ryanair operates 737. So yeah. So yeah, let's see. Type in what aircraft should we use? What aircraft should we use? Like, all right. I want to put in a poll. All right. All right, I'm putting out the Q&A. All right, I'll put off the Q&A. And all right, you can type in the answer to what we should put for Scandinavian Airlines. It has to be for modern day fleet. What should we put for Scandinavian Air? ATR 72 if they have one? Let me go look it up. I think they do. Okay, they do operate an ATR 72. Alright, so I'm just going to end the Q&A. I looked it up and they did have an ATR. So look, that's our first airline for the ATR 72. Our first airline. And speaking of the ATR 72, that's actually reminding me of another airline from Asia. TransAsia. Saudia Air? We already have Saudia Air. We already have Saudia. We already have Saudi Airlines with the Boeing 787. I'm pretty sure I am missing Air India and Indigo, which I'm probably going to do next. Alright, so let's see. TransAsia. Alright, TransAsia for the ATR 72. I'm trying to write tiny as possible, alright, guys? Alright, chat. I'm trying to write Kuwait. Kuwait Airways. I think. Oh, you're actually cooking, Valenzio. You're actually cooking. Kuwait Air. I don't think I'm gonna do this like anyone has ever done this on my series. Let's put Kuwait Airways vertically. What aircrafts do you think they operate? Anyways, Kuwait Airways, and nextly we got Air India and Indigo. I'm gonna try filling up African, the Middle East, and everything in here. Let's go Air India. Wait, did I have Air India before? Nope. I think we're free. Air India. I think they run an A320. Let me check. Okay. Alright, we got Air India and Indigo. So now we got Indigo for Air India and Indigo. So for Air India, let's put the Boeing 787 and for Indigo A320. And alright, Kuwait Airlines operates an A321 or an A320. Okay, let's put Kuwait Airlines with the A320. We are just filling it, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so here we have the South African, the Middle East, and all that. And speaking of the Middle East, oh my gosh, we are actually cooking. Let's put Pakistani International, PIA. Pakistani International for the Boeing 777. 777, 300. Alright. Alright, so we got Pakistani International Airways. Alright, I'm actually gonna, let's see. Yep, I'm gonna start hanging new airlines on this massive wall. Since this one's being occupied by a 747, let's put it over here maybe. Okay, that could be a bit of a challenge. Alright, I'm gonna try doing this with one hand. Alright, hang on, I'm gonna go ahead and try to hang it up there. Alright. I'm gonna try and put it as close to the roof as possible. China Eastern, Valencia, we already got China East. We already got China Eastern and China Eastern cargo. All right. Okay. Here is the second piece of tape. All right. All right. All right. The first few airlines are now in. So we got Spirit, Delta, American, United, Frontier, Sun Country, JSX, Southwest, United, Hong Kong Airlines? I don't know if that's a real airline. Hang on, let me go research it up. Okay, okay, it is a real airline. Sorry, Valencia, I just looked it up. So, where can I add it? Maybe here. Alright. Let's put it vertically, just like a 4. Let's put it vertically. If I can spell Hong Kong. Lol. Alright, Hong Kong. What aircraft should we put for Hong Kong? What aircraft should we put for Hong Kong? Give me a sec. Okay. Alright, we got Hong Kong Air. I know you can barely read it. So I'm just gonna use my tiny pen. So anyways, in the meantime, I will now hang this paper for regional airlines. You might have seen it from a series. A320, A321. Bruh. Hong Kong Air has the same fleet as WOW Air. Which, if you don't know, WOW Air is like the old version of Playa Airlines. So, WOW Air has like an A320, A321s, and A330s. Oh my gosh, it's basically just replicating Hong Kong Air. Yeah, is this crazy? Let's just put an A330. Let's just put an A330 there for Hong Kong Air. Alright, so we got all of these airlines for Southeast Asia. I think it's time that we should move on to the newer piece of paper. Alright. It's Boeing, Lockheed, McDonnell Douglas, Airbus, Comac. Alright, so next up we are going to do... I'm pretty sure Douglas was a real company. Yeah, it was, but I think it's what's just called McDonnell Douglas. So, let's see, what else? What other companies? Okay, so Lockheed had the Bombardier and Embraer. What am I even thinking? Bombardier? And then Embraer, Antonov. Thanks for mentioning Tupolev. Alright, Cessna. Alright, Antonov, Tupolev, Ilyushin, and then Tupolev, Ilyushin, Antonov, North American Rockwell. Is North American Rockwell even a real company? Alright. So we got Antonov, Tupolev, Ilyushin. Okay, I wonder if North American Rockwell was a real company. Okay, what other aircraft should we include next? Other airline companies. The old Lockheed. I think I have an idea for the next airline. The newer Pan Am. Like, yeah, have you heard of the new Pan Am that is supposed to be coming out? I am actually excited to fly with that new Pan Am. Besides, by the way, I am really excited to fly the new Pan Am. Yes? Okay. And since I have the new old Pan Am, I'm just gonna put a new Pan Am down below. Let's put Pan Am right here. And since this is a new Pan Am, you know they're not going to operate 747, 727, 7707s. Also, it's called Rockwell International, but then once named North American Rockwell. Oh, but we're just going to include North American Rockwell, or whatever it was. So, for this new Pan Am, the A321. Alright. Should we even include the Concorde? Or, Airbus supported the Concorde project. Should we include the Concorde in here? Oh, wait, I think I have another company name to put in here. ATR. ATR. I wonder, is it called the Aerospace Concorde? I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah, Boom Supersonic. Boom Supersonic with the XB1. Famous for the XB1. Shout out to Boom Supersonic. Anyways, I'm pretty sure this is just all the companies that we can fit. So you can type down below what other companies we can put on here. I'm just going to save that one onto my side. So anyways, we got this one now. And I'm pretty sure that's all the airlines we can put in here except the new Pan Am. Alright, I'm pretty sure it's time to go on to the newer southern southeast. I'm pretty sure I already did Malaysia Airlines, so let's put some newer airlines like the Philippine Airlines, since some of my viewers are from Philippines. If that's you, then hi from America. Alright, so let's put Philippines. Philippine. Ed, I got another airline. Okay. Oh, yes, I was just about to put Aero Mexico. Alright, we got Philippine Airlines. Let me see if I can put the sun. Aeromexico? Yes, I was about to put Aeromexico. Also, chat, A Normal Day at My Airport, episode 11 is out. I've been struggling a lot to get episode 11 out because I'm starting to run out of ideas for future episodes. I'm trying to get more models of aircrafts to fit in the series. But that new episode we got for A Normal Day at My Airport is absolutely amazing that we got a new character, an old character back. So, anyways, Philippine Airlines, we got the 777. Let's actually put Aeromexico here vertically. Aeromexico. I'm pretty sure ideas and last result you can use some of your military planes. You can use some of your military plans. I don't have a military plan right now, bruh. So anyways, for Aeromexico, let's put Boeing 787. Alright, now I'm ready to focus on the southern southeast of Asia. Alright, so Philippine Airlines. Next up, Cebu Pacific. I'm just gonna try doing in gold since look at yellow. Okay, never mind, I should do yellow. Cebu Pacific. Cebu Pacific. Cebu Pacific. And then for the aircraft, A330. Oh, you remember that one meme where the flight was delayed and the crew members had to type literally everything for just to make it work? That was just a funny meme. Alright, chat, so we are on the Philippines. I think another is a Taiwanese airline called Eva Air. The Taiwanese airline called Eva Air. You guys know that airline? Okay. So now let's include Eva Air. Eva Air. Famous for their Boeing 777s. Alright. The Boeing 777. Okay, sorry, that was just my gut. And I know the time whenever during like Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays they operate with a Sanrio characters livery. Okay, anyways, so we got Eva Air Boeing 777 livery. And what should be the next have for Philippines, Taiwan? And yeah, I'm pretty sure this is what's for Philippines. And so like, should I even put the Philippine flag here? I mean, we almost got like almost every Southeast Asia airline. Unless if my mom stops texting me. Anyways, so we got the Philippine Airlines, Cebu Pacific, Eva Air. What other airlines do we add, chat? Oh no, I ran out of airlines. I can't think of any more. Oh no, I'm just gonna see. I'm just gonna try saving this. So let's see. Should we like what is should we add? Okay, so chat. Should I like already start hanging these papers up? Or actually, hang on. Let's try thinking of companies. All right, so we got Boeing, Lockheed, McDonnell Douglas, Airbus, Comac, ATR, Bombardier, Embraer, Antonov, Cessna, Tubular, North American Rockwell, and Boom Supersonic. Like, chat, should I even ride the Boom Overture when it comes out, or the 777X? I bet the 777 Like, chat, put your votes down below. What aircraft would win? The A350 2000 or the Boeing 777X? Anyways, I'm gonna start hanging these up, and we'll call it a night. And then on 12/25/25, I will be live streaming on Christmas, opening presents. There might be some insane presents like the Concorde coming out. And I might live stream myself on that day as well, building a Concorde. Anyways, I'm just going to be putting tape on these airlines. Alright, there we go. Let's put this underneath the first one. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. Fun fact, North American Royal produced both the X-15 and some special. Oh! Wow. I was just hoping there's no nail behind there. Okay, we got the second bar, which we added Aero Mexico and New Pan Am. Okay, unless if I don't step on these Sharpie, I'm safe. Alright. Next up, we got this one where we added a whole bunch of airlines from mostly the Middle East. I'm literally bending my back right now. Hang on, let me add tape on it. Oh yeah, chat, I think I should add WestJet since we were talking about Canadian Airlines. Shout out to Canada, by the way. Great country. Great country, by the way, for Canada. Here's the third part of this map of airlines. Alright. I think I should obviously tear this one down to make space. Alright, and I'm just gonna put it right there. I think I should add WestJet. Chat, do you think I should add WestJet? I mean, it's a Canadian airline. Alright. Let's see, WestJet. New airline for Canada, WestJet. WestJet. And then for the aircraft, I'm going to say Boeing 787. If they operated one. And then I'll also add North Atlantic. Bruh. North Atlantic. And then for the aircraft, once again, a Boeing 787. Rockwell International was called North American Rockwell for 1967, 960, from 1967 to 1973. Alright, Jackie, can we actually stop with the 6-7 joke? We need to focus on the meme reset. Like, I'm basically just going to use Ohio. Like, you all remember the Ohio meme. Alright, now we got European, where we only added Turkish Airlines, the A220, Beluga, and A400. And I think, do you think I think since Wizz Air is a low cost company, I think they added the A321. Let's give A321 for Wizz Air. Lufthansa. Happy 100th anniversary to Lufthansa, ladies and gentlemen. Lufthansa is actually turning 100 years old next year alongside American Air. Chad, do you think the 100th anniversary of American Air will actually come to Knoxville? Chad, do you think it's actually coming to Knoxville, or I can just watch it live on Flight Radar? Alright, also, you know the drill. Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. Alright, here's Europe. Yeah. Alright, here's European. Yeah, I'm kind of reviving some of my series before the year ends. Alright, next up I'm pretty sure is Iceland. Iceland is up next. Alright, there's Iceland. Wait, hold on. Oh, I know another one with this color. Global Air. Global with the A380. Alright, we got Global with the A380. Alright, so we got those. Next up is the Southeast Asia. Alright. Now let's add these airlines onto the wall. Alright, chat, we're almost done. And then I'll make one last YouTube video, one last YouTube short of the day. Alright, next up, the Russians, Chinese, and all that. Or maybe I should have added Air Koryo on this map, but I decided to go for there. So next to Korean Air. And both Korean Air and Air Koryo are kind of like brothers. Also, chat. Anyways, right there is where he stared at my window last night. That is where he stared down my window. You guys saw that video where it's a full flight of the A350? Yeah, it's that one. Alright. Alright. Here's the Russian, Chinese. Alright. More episodes of Airline Imperialism are expected to come out tomorrow. So chat, hopefully your airline survives. Also, comment which nation you are from to see what airline you might pick. So type in the chat what airline you like and what nation you are from. Starting now. Like, for example, I'm from the US and I like Delta Airlines, which is absolute goated. I am basically love Delta Airlines. So it's chat, type what nation you are from, and okay, you live, Lindsay, you live in America. We already know that. And what's the favorite airline? Hang on, I think this one's getting stuck. Alright, there we go. Okay, there's a nail in there. Delta or United? Good choices. Well, United just lost against an airline imperialism. 2026 is expected to have the championship round. So we're gonna have to unfortunately move it down here, leaving this ugly gap of hole. Alright. So we kind of had to split it up a little bit. So I'm pretty sure that's the last one. Now we can add Philippine Airlines and Cebu Pacific plus EVA Air. Alright. The last one for the day. And that will basically be the end of the stream. Or maybe we can add the what is it called? The crew of or maybe the paper with aircraft companies. So let's put these right here. I'm glad now it's closer to the ground. Alright. Here's the last piece of paper that we got. And let's put some famous aircraft on here. For Boeing, the Boeing 737 MAX, the Lockheed L-1011, 1011, McDonnell Douglas DC-10, Airbus, the A320, Comac C919, ATR 72, Bombardier CRJ 700, Embraer E190, Antonov AN225, Cessna 182, Tupolev 2-134 and 154, Ilyushin IL-62, North American Rockwell. What aircrafts does North American Rockwell make? So we're just gonna skip that for a little bit. So let's say Boom Supersonic is the XB1 and the Boom Overture. The Boom Overture. Alright, chat, that is the last one to go. The XB1. The last one. Alright, here we go. Last one on the map. And there we go. We have a newer, the updated version of the wall of airlines. Look at just how many we've came across. Alright, Rockwell made the X-15. Yeah, I'm just gonna put the X-15 for Rockwell. Alright, we got the X-15. So chat, for one more minute, I am gonna go through all the airlines that we have went through. Alright, last check before I end the stream. So in time we have Spirit, Delta, American, United. Frontier, Sun Country, JSX, Southwest, NASA, Giant, the United States Air Force, Virgin America, JetBlue, Aloha Air, Hawaiian X Alaska. Yeah, we got U.S. Air Force, Breeze Airways, Delta Connection, America Eagle, United Express, FedEx, MD, UPS, Prime Air, Aero Mexico, TWA, Atlas Air, Pan Am, New, U.S. Airways, PSA, Pan Am, Old, Avelo, Alaska Horizon, Northwest Airlines, Egypt Air, South African Airways, Ethiopian Airlines, Air India, Aerosucre, Indigo, Etihad, Kuwait Air, Emirates, Qatar Airways, Pakistani International, LOT Polish Airlines, Iran Air, Saudia, Lufthansa, Air France, British Airways, Aer Lingus, KLM, EasyJet. Thank you for flying Ryanair, Wizz Air, German Wings, Scandinavian Airlines, ITA Airways, Latam. Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. Turkish Airlines, Global, Airbus, Icelandair X Icelandair Cargo, Play Airlines, Qantas, Jetstar, Lockheed Martin, McDonnell Douglas, Boeing, Wow Air, Japan Airlines XJ Air, Garuda Indonesia, Lion Air, okay, Hong Kong Air, that ones you added, TransAsia, Asiana Cargo, All Nippon Airways, ANA, Peach Air, Korean Air, Singapore Airlines, Air Koryo, Malaysia Air, S7 Airlines, Lion Air, TransAsia, Aeroflot Russian Airlines, Tupolev, Nordstar, Red Wings, China Southern Air, Air China, Ural, Comac, China Eastern X China Eastern Cargo, the Russian Air Force with the Tupolev, Air Canada X Air Canada Rouge, Flair, Lynx Air, Porter, WestJet, Air Florida, North Atlantic Airways, Philippine Airlines, Cebu Pacific, EVA Air, and now the companies, the ones that are always fighting for land. Boeing, Lockheed Martin, McDonnell Douglas, Airbus, Comac, ATR, Bombardier, Embraer, Antonov, Cessna, Tupolev, Ilyushin, North American Rockwell, and Boom Supersonic. That, ladies and gentlemen, is our new improved wall of airlines. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And now I'll be uploading one more short before I go to bed. I'll see you guys on Christmas Day. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.